beginning her journey as a Key Clubber at West Bridgewater High School in Massachusetts, and then moving on to the Circle K Club at Salve Regina University in Newport, Rhode Island. She's been a member of Kiwanis for the past 15 years. During high school and college, Ms. McDermott served as a Key Club Lieutenant Governor, shout out to Division 18, and a Circle K Governor in the New England District. In the Capital District, she's currently a member of the Kiwanis Club of Tysons Corner, Virginia, and she's the K-Kids District Administrator and a Key Club Kiwanis Advisor. She's previously served as a Kiwanis Club Assistant, Key Leader District Chair, and Key Club Assistant Administrator. She's received many Kiwanis Family Awards and honors over the years, including several in this very ballroom. Ms. McDermott lives in Northern Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C., and is the principal of a small private elementary school where she has a pink office and was described once by a first grader as, "Her voice goes up and people listen." She's led Pinecrest School for the past 11 years and is the advisor to the very active K-Kids there. She's passionate about Camp Sunshine and volunteers there each summer for a week-long session. Ms. McDermott writes a blog, likes to bake, and reads a lot. She loves pizza, Oprah Winfrey, and obviously lobsters. This is her 21st New England District Key Club DECON. Please help me welcome Ms. McDermott to the stage.
Hi. I am incredibly honored to be here tonight in this capacity speaking to you. I want to thank the district board, Mr. Whitney, Mr. Daly, and the adult committee for having me. It's good to be home. It's a full circle moment for me to be here tonight on this stage in this ballroom. When I was in 10th grade, I was sitting over there at the Saturday night awards session. I was listening to names being announced and awards being presented, and nobody was paying attention to me. I was in the middle of my friends. I was safe, and that was perfect. And then all of a sudden, I heard my name, and I wasn't expecting to hear that. My friends had nominated me for Outstanding President, and all of a sudden, my name was announced, and I was supposed to walk all the way from over there to up here. And it's only 20 steps. I did it earlier today, but back then, it felt like a lot longer. So back then, I was a leader, but I was a really self-conscious person and very nervous. And those of you who know me know that I'm still nervous, but much less than in high school. So it kind of seemed unfathomable that I would walk from all the way over there up here with everybody watching and get an award. But I did it because there was no other choice. And slowly after that, it became easier to do things just like it. And now tonight I'm here, and it is completely surreal to be speaking to you tonight. So if I'm grateful to Key Club for nothing else, it's for that moment. That was the first moment that helped me get out of myself, move away from self-conscious limitations, and be more comfortable being me. But I thank Key Club for a lot more than that. Key Club was the first other family I had. I've since come to have many other families besides the family who raised me and whose blood I share, but Key Club was the first other family and the most significant. Key Club gave me a place to grow and to be safe and to become confident. So tonight I want to talk to you about 3 things. And they're on the screen too, if you want to. You're a reader, you can read them. I'm a teacher, so of course. Making a difference, why the people around you matter, and how that relates to Key Club. And one of my favorite topics, gratitude. So my first point is about making a difference. It's kind of the easiest one, because everybody here is here because you care about others. Caring is your way of life. Whether you're a student or you're an adult, you care about others and you care about giving back. And that matters so much. Aside from my career as a teacher and a principal, I give back regularly in 2 ways. I'm a member of Kiwanis, and before that Circle K, and before that of course Key Club. And I've been a member of Kiwanis since I graduated from college, which was about 15 years ago. And yes, I know that some people here maybe are not yet 15 years old, but that's okay. Because volunteering is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter how old we are. When we volunteer and when we get together to serve others, we use our hearts and we use our skills to help others. Through Kiwanis, I've had the opportunity opportunity to pack meals for children who are local and abroad who need food, make care packages for soldiers overseas and sick children in hospitals, take care of and adopt a highway, roadway, serve as a Kiwanis advisor to Key Clubs and a K-Kids Club, and help raise money to eliminate maternal and neonatal tetanus. Kiwanis gives me a chance to do hands-on service and to fundraise to make an impact on the world. In addition to Kiwanis, I volunteer every summer at Camp Sunshine for a week-long session. I could go on for twice the length of this speech about Camp Sunshine and the impact it's had on my life. Mr. Whitney would not like that, so I'm not going to. But I could, because the impact is great. What I will tell you now, very simply, is that volunteering at Camp Sunshine is one of the very best things I have ever done. And please know that your fundraising dollars do such good work at a place that helps so many. And you should consider volunteering there. They would love it, and so would you. And I know that there's a lot of people in this room who have volunteered already. So you're in Key Club now, so you have your place to make a difference. But whether it's next year or in a few years, you're going to need to find a new way to give back. A new organization that helps others, or something similar. You will actually have to find it. It's not likely that the perfect opportunity is going to fall into your lap, but your life will be so much less without it. So you have to make some effort to find it. There's a lot to be said about our world right now, but something I know for sure is that there are more groups than ever before doing good work. They're in your school, at your community, at your job, within your church, within your political party, or some other way. Whether it's a regular commitment, like joining Circle K or Kiwanis, or something that you do once a month, or even only once a year, like for me, going to Camp Sunshine, it matters. You have to find ways to make a routine of making a difference, to find ways to be useful to others, to find ways to give back, and to find ways to share your heart. Joining a group or doing something regularly to give back obviously feels good and helps other people. It also increases your accountability. There's something very meaningful about being part of a group where others are depending on you to show up, to participate, to be part of it. There is something big, you can be part of something bigger than you and help so many more people than you would help on your own as a single person without a group. There's great value in being part of that. It also gives you an outlet to bring forth ideas that matter to you. And of course it's meaningful to do volunteer work because it helps others and it lifts you up, and that's important, and that matters, and that helps us a lot, and it helps other people a lot. It's also important because it brings me to my second point of the night, which is doing something regularly to help others, making a difference on a routine basis, leads you to find like-minded and like-hearted people who share the same values as you. If you've ever been to Key Leader, you know how important values are. Your values help define you. It's what's connected to your heart. It's what you feel matters most. I want you to think about the people that you're sitting with right now. You share a lot. Your hearts are together in Key Club and caring for others. You prioritize service and volunteering, so your values are already aligned. And you probably share laughter and jokes and moments that are special and moving and funny and important. I think we underestimate the value of being with people who get it and who get us. When you start in high school, and soon again, when you start college or a new job or a new situation, your family and well-meaning people are going to ask you, how are you doing? I find that when people ask this question, how are you doing, what they're really asking is, what are you doing? What classes are you taking? What does your job entail? Do you have a lot of homework? Is it hard? Do you study a lot? What often gets lost in these kinds of questions that mostly focus on agendas, plans, and tasks is what I think is the most important questions. Do you feel safe? Do you feel comfortable? Have you met people that you like and you can be yourself with? That last question is the most important because when you answer yes, it's how you feel safe and feel comfortable. To me, this is critical, and often underestimated. But Key Club taught me this. Key Club was the first other family I had. Key Club was the first place, besides my own family, where I could really be me, and where I was surrounded by people who were really being themselves. This sounds easy and like something that's obvious, but it's not. And if it does seem obvious to you, I think that's good, because I think that means right now, you're surrounded by the right people. But imagine if that were not true. Imagine if you couldn't be yourself, if you didn't have Key Club or some other meaningful part of high school to help you be you. The truth is, after high school, Key Club will be part of your past. To make Key Club or any other group or other family part of your present and future, it will require effort and decisions. You will need to find your people. Most of my closest friends and the people who matter most to me are friends I met through Key Club, Circle K, and Kiwanis, or through volunteering at Camp Sunshine. This is not a coincidence. Hashtag goals is something fun to say, and kind of trendy right now. And I would definitely say that Kiwanis family and Camp Sunshine friendships are hashtag goals. But these friends are also an important support system who help me reach my actual goals in my life and in my career. It's with these friends that I talk about big things like where I've been, where I'm going, and what I need to do in between. These are the friends who help me be my best. When you find people with whom you can be yourself, you are so much better off for it, and so are they. And when we're all being ourselves, we can be of such better service to others. Marianne Williamson says, when we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. I have learned that this is true, and I also know that this allows us to make a greater impact and help more people, and that's why we're all here. So, we're at my third and final point of the night, which is about gratitude. Being grateful is a choice. It's an attitude. Just like caring, being grateful is a way of life. I think gratitude helps us in two ways. Gratitude helps when things aren't going so well. There will always be times when things don't go so well, and that's okay. But even when things don't go so well, there's always something that you can be grateful for. A few years ago, I had a scary health challenge. I'm fine now, and everything's good, and I'm very grateful. But while this scary health challenge was going on, I definitely, at the time, wished that it wasn't. But I also felt grateful for a lot of things at the very same time. I was grateful it was caught early, I was grateful for good doctors, and I was grateful for family and friends who reached out to me. Gratitude helps us a lot. The second reason why gratitude is important is because when we are grateful, the good things in our life multiply. And I think that helps us realize the importance of giving back. It helps make giving back something that's more wired within us, something that's more natural, something that's about who we are and what we do and who we want to be. Gratitude helps make that possible. It opens you up to things that you don't always see without it. I mentioned that I volunteer at Camp Sunshine, and after the first time I was there, shortly after, I got an email, and it had a list of polar plunges that were happening to benefit Camp Sunshine. And I think everybody knows what a polar plunge is when you jump in a cold body of water to raise money for a good cause. So I got this email, and there were a lot of dates, and there was a polar plunge very close to me in Northern Virginia. And my first reaction when I got this email is there's no way I would ever do that. And I kind of just dismissed it, and I didn't really think much more about it. And then a few weeks later, I was on vacation, and I was on a beach relaxing, and all of a sudden it kind of hit me. Of course I could do that. Of course I could do a polar plunge for Camp Sunshine. And I did it for 5 years. But it was gratitude that helped me see that jumping into a cold lake, very, very cold lake, for a cause that I believed in was not only something possible, but something I wanted to do. Something that made me feel very warm, despite how cold the water was. It was very, very cold. Gratitude helped me focus outward, and it reminded me that I have so much. I can certainly do something uncomfortable for a short period of time to help a place whose mission I believed in. So I'm very grateful to Key Club. For me, that first other family brought me to so much. It brought me to Circle K, to Kiwanis, to Key Club, to Kiwanis, I was already in Key Club, to Camp Sunshine, and to some of the very best people that I know. It helped me grow into an adult who understands the importance of giving back and who is not self-conscious to walk or speak in front of people in a large ballroom. Someone who can actually give a speech like this to almost 900 students, teachers, and Kiwanis members. This would never have been possible if I had not joined Key Club. So tonight, I want to thank you so much for having me, for your attention, and for inviting me to set sail for service with you. Thank you. I'm not done yet. And I want to close with a challenge. I'm almost done. This is the end. I want to ask you to do 4 things, and this is what I hope you'll think about after this speech is over, after this weekend is over. I want you to find and seek out ways to make a difference in Key Club and beyond Key Club. Do it regularly. Be grateful every second you have the opportunity to do so. And when you find people who are like-minded and like-hearted, feel even more grateful, because it is when we are being ourselves, truly ourselves, that we can be of such better service to others. Thank you.